Last order, my lord, I have read the deficit notice also.
No, I have gone through, my lord. Your losses should not be bothered with the SOP. To give effect to
So
SOP.
that was
That's my, as I've seen the petition.
An SOP cannot be given effect.
So your losses will not be. Board has not acted, or council has not acted on the basis of SOP. He is saying the preparation of panel in contravention of SOP. Kindly have a look at prayer A.
So SOP, I will
Your
only
lordship
hold
did not
the
bother
SOP
about.
actually foreign to the rules. So no DPSC is required to follow the SOP.
No, your lordship, this petition doesn't invite that.
my lord, may I say?
Kindly, I tell your lordships, I have spoken to the president of the board. I find this is a very, this should have been incorporated in the rule. Should have very good. This should have. This, but this is
In view of the
almost, my lord,
existing rule, it cannot be done.
a very good, my lord, venture on
Very
his
good
part.
venture.
Very good, but it cannot be. But what the petition, scope of the petition,
I understand, but
scope
now
of the petition is
now-
different. None of the
but
councils have
aspect
followed it.
for the headmaster. So I'm directing that. What is your challenge?
My lord, may I submit one thing, my lord? At the outset, my lord, I say this. My lord, initially when this matter had come up, I had very honestly submitted before your lordship that the petitioners who were there, they all of them had acted according to the SOP. That they are also submitted their applications and other things which were as required as per the SOP. Now, my lord, it had come up by the submissions that the SOP cannot stand. Now, my lord, if the SOP cannot stand, I do not have any difficulty with it. But my only submission would be this.
As per rules, the
At
DPS.
first, let the seniority be given. And that
As per the
only
rules.
prayer.
My lord,
But
kindly
this-
look at the prayer A.
I know.
Just
my
I've
lord,
seen.
I am not disputing what Sir is saying. I am not at all disputing, my lord. But I am also.
Now which DPSC? Which DPSC?
Sir, it is Uttar Dinajpur.
Uttar Dinajpur. You are in Uttar Dinajpur. Don't follow the SOP. Follow the rules.
That is the only prayer, my lord. And
Your
nothing.
lordship, only observation was that the preparation of the panel has to be made in accordance with the statutory.
And my lord, the draft panel has come up. They have not been given it.
No, draft panel
Oh,
prepared on the basis of SOP. That must go.
But that's not the case. That's the case. The draft panel is according to the rules.
Yes. Where is that?
That the prayer says so. Kindly look at the prayer.
Yes.
My lord, I
A
am-
writ of mandamus thereby set aside the draft panel so prepared by the respondent authorities by the memo dated which is wholly in violation of the standard operating procedure.
my lord, that.
If that be the allegation, it's
Mr.
according to the rules.
Mr. Boshu Malik, now you are in a process of fulfilling the head teacher's post. So now you are supposed to you are following this SOPs. What the petitioner is, this cannot stand. So, but in any event, you have to fill up the head teacher's post. So follow whatever the prevailing rule.
Yes, my lord. That will.
I'm going
My
to
lord, I have sent the deficit notice, my lord. I will yes.
Whole procedure.
that matter, Calcutta, Kolkata Council argue that
Yes, yes.
ultimately that will be the guideline.
কালকে
তুমি বললো আজকে
না না কালকে
no, তুমি কিছু বলনি মানে if your lordship tomorrow then I will have some difficulty. I will be out of station. I'm ready to
Tomorrow out of station,
I will be in a fixed matter.
fixed matter, Delhi.
Yes, your lordship, sir.
কি দাও রুলটা দাও না
May I take on sleep?
why it is your council.
No, she was passed the order, but let me.
No, I have not yet.
I know, but may I? It would.
Held a meeting with the chairmen / chairpersons of the district primary council, district primary school council of all the districts of the state. I'm that
In other way, your lordship.
here the last thing what I am contemplating to say, it was aimed to rather is a real good gesture on the part of the board that this is the need, don't need, and I will be expecting the board may take such step, but before that the rules must be suitably amended. Okay.
Grateful, my lord.
Mr. Sanal, as I have, though you have once said that so far the framing of this portal, I say that unless the Supreme Court decides that matter, it may not be very wise to take steps for the portal to operate, because you don't know what will happen. Who will be there, who will not be there, you don't know. Thereafter, the exercise can be completed. I know that your limited role in appointment, recommendation, everything goes out of your. Still, I wanted that it must be under the control of the board. It must be under the control of the board. The board must have an overall supervisory power on the all DPSCs. to avoid embarrassment in different situations and different steps. And the SOP possibly was made with that object. Now, so far the change of rules, leaving some power for the board to interfere in an appropriate case, you need to get the amendment of the rules itself. The board whether can take any steps so moto or to refer it to the education ministry, or can it be done by board? Opposing this SOP, the court cannot allow it in view of the limited score of 14 and 15. Unless board is given some power. Even
Then rule has to be changed.
the board must be the superior in the disciplinary proceeding, because you are the recommending authority. Thereafter, your role goes. Now, in so many cases, it is found that the DPSCs are either reluctant or they are not aware of the situation. Only suspension order issued, they are keeping the teachers under suspension forever, no disciplinary proceeding initiated. Every day I am seeing
Now, in a criminal case, matlab 48 hours custody,
automatic or
deemed suspension.
deemed suspension, but the nature of criminal case is such.
That each council, my lord, has to
No,
consider.
I have not seen any council, even if that criminal case relates to his service, they are hesitant to initiate disciplinary proceeding. Here, think about the Madhyamik. The board enjoys this power. Why not the primary board should be vested with such power? Secondary board enjoys this power,
Primary
and
board
discipline-
of the appellate authority. Entire scheme of the act will be.
but your first court is not acting properly. How can, what the appellate court will do?
Now, I tell you,
What is the
the scheme of
difference in
the,
the scheme? For the
scheme.
Madhyamik school, the disciplinary authority is the board.
now,
Now, after 2018 amendment,
Yes.
why not the equivalent amendment that can be carried out in
the difference will be different. Each council is the body corporate under the.
maybe
Each council.
what is the status of
Scope
board?
of the primary education?
What is the status of the board?
Board is another body corporate. Now, for decentralization of the power to state the primary education, this is the scheme of the.
So what is the contradiction between West Bengal Board of Secondary?
Board of Secondary Education, earlier the power was with the private management committee.
Now you have taken
Now you
over
have the
this.
board.
Now you
Here
have
you
taken,
see the all managing committees are, my lord, privately constituted. Sometimes except violation of rules,
Mr.
which are not
Sannal,
maintainable.
Mr. Sannal, you are now facing that limited control over the DPSCs of the board. No, one instance is this. The president felt it is necessary that there must be a SOP for
That's to
filling up.
control the malad.
And that is why that has been,
This has his.
that
probably
cannot
thought it-
sustain.
He probably thought it, rightly thought it.
Rightly
that
thought,
promotion should not be given only on seniority. This should be merit cum seniority. Merit first, then seniority. Benchmark will be the merit and then seniority. Probably
I
slightly
appreciate, I have recorded it,
That's your loss.
but you are feeling it, but your rule has not been
That has to be
suitably
changed.
amended.
He has told me he's taking steps.
He can take steps then.
He can take steps. He has to approach the government, do it. And probably he has taken it. He has told me.
Give me a view on it,
On this, malad.
on this. And so far the disciplinary proceeding is also.
That I can. But it's, malad, so for primary education, there will be mammoth change in the scheme of the act.
Give me your views.
That I can.
Yes, Mr. Majumdar. In a case of secondary education, the board after 2018 enjoys the power of being an appointing authority as well as
All incidents of master servant relationship vests with the board now.
board now. Now here in the primary education, the difficulty is the DPSC is controlling at independently operating.
This is what you control.
After I came into this determination, so you know that I never did all this kind of thing. My work is on the civil side. Astonishingly, I found one DPSC issuing the appointment letter, language is different with another. And the language is very dangerous. One is treating the teachers as if they are worse than the casual worker.
Kingdom in individual islands is not to be.
That is exactly cottage word.
Individual
Now,
kingdom is not.
after I invited the Advocate General, he felt it. And ultimately, a proposed rule has been given, though Mr. Sannal has a reservation, that after 2 years, in no one, Mr. Majumdar, I found the teacher is retiring. His service has not yet been confirmed. There is no provision for deemed confirmation, and I have a reservation regarding deemed confirmation. Now, the rule has been proposed by Mr. Advocate General, that is on process. I suggested one change. What are the requirement of the confirmation? The quality of this particular performance of the particular teacher, and he is not involved in anything which is contrary to this, he is not befitting to his post. So, it is his reservation. I have proposed that there must be a prescribed form. After 2 years, the teacher concerned will apply after being forwarded by the school head teacher or the concerned SI or the DI. And if he applies, then subject to other verification, in there you have to disclose that whether the criminal or civil case, even a civil case is pending, may be related with even a 498A case is. So this will be a clear picture before the DPSC. This is my teacher, he has this background, and the head teacher may certify that his performance is good. Then you cannot do, you have to rely on someone. But he is saying that this obligation should not pass through the teacher. But for the deemed confirmation, I have reservation. DPSC do not act, they fail to discharge, and automatically the teacher is declared confirm. The confirmation is a very vital thing.
Now, your lordship has gone through, probably in this determination has not. In the secondary education, if your lordships deal with any disciplinary matter dealt with by the board, then your lordships will find what the board should not be given that much. They do not know even how to write the charge sheet. They do not know how to appoint the inquiry
This is
officer.
another.
They do not, that's your lordship. But, my lord,
They do not know even that
managing
within a
committee-
certain time after the suspension, DP is required to.
those havoc-
For this reason, all teachers are being exonerated from all.